Welcome back to my vlog. It's been a while. I haven't been recording at all since at least a few weeks. There's been a lot going on, and at the same time not much. Art-wise, not much has progressed, sadly. But that means there's a lot to do, so let's just get into it actually. First off, there is a lot of stuff that I've received. It's just some way overdue spendings that I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and I was kind of waiting to have a job to be able to make them. So let's stop talking and just start showing. So first of all, we're gonna have to install this bad boy. This is the nomωtom PD200X. This is gonna be my new kind of podcasty mic. It's gonna be on an arm that also I do have in the back here. There is so much hidden under my desk right now. So I got this. It's a big piece, like it's this big.
Oh, that's hot.
And this is just an X-Tech Elegance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set up this mic. Before I do that, because I'm gonna have to change the camera setup, I'm gonna also show you the other purchases that I'm very excited about. Next up, I have these two thermal printers. They're both nomωtom printers. There's one that is actually the one that I want for like actual practical reasons. And then there's this one, which I have to say was obtained for aesthetical reasons. But it is gonna be useful. This is gonna be to print all of my little labels because I'm using my inkjet printer and it's not very efficient and it's kind of wasting ink, precious ink and paper, and this thing is completely ink free. Well, it's a thermal printer. I don't think I need to explain it. This is more heavy than it looks. This is a DIY candle making kit. I mean, I love candles. I'm sure a lot of people love candles. So I'm gonna be testing it out soon and we'll see. If I really like that, maybe that's something that could end up on my shop. Who knows? Before I show this next one, the big one, the big piece, I need to show you something. So I'm super happy with that shelf. It was technically meant to be temporary, but I just really like it, so I don't know how temporary it's gonna be. I bought it because I just needed space upright, because like I have been covering my room with tables and I'm realizing now that tables can really not hold that much content. It's gonna be perfect for my printer, my laminator, and also this next big thing I am actually so excited about, and we're gonna set it up today and we're gonna test it. I've been wanting this thing for a really long time, so without further ado, welcome to my big baby. A freaking Silhouette Cameo 4. I'm gonna hold it like a boombox. Oh, there's so much dust on there. Look at her! Oh my god, I can't squat like this. Alright. She's gonna stay right here. This thing is basically to make stickers, but it can also do so much more. And yeah, this is an expensive purchase. It's pretty expensive. But I'm hoping that with all the new things that I'm gonna be able to make with it, it's gonna be well worth it. Okay, I'm just gonna go put it down and keep talking. The sticker sheets, of course, is something that I really want to try, but one of the things that I'm the most excited for, actually, I can show you, because it's not over. I have another box that I want to show you. I also got myself this. Okay. It's not the top tier heat press that I wanted to start with, but at the same time, this is a lot less expensive of an option. It's gonna work for what I'm trying to do starting out. I'm gonna start out doing, what you call it, transfer vinyl to experiment with making t-shirts. 100% handmade t-shirts. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And then I have this really nice pressing pad. That's supposed to be, of course, to protect your table, because when you press t-shirts, the heat is pretty strong, so it could definitely damage a plastic table like I have. So yeah, that's the haul. That's everything, hopefully. God, there's so many little mocha hairs on this. Anyway, it is good to know that I'm gonna be experimenting a lot in the coming weeks. Like it's a lot, but it's pretty exciting. Like I'm really excited to set everything up. So first up, I'm gonna reorganize and clean up my office and get things ready to get into actual production, because that's the end goal here, is just to be able to have everything set up. I've experimented with everything and then get into production mode. Just make art, try new designs. That's really what I'm trying to do. So for reasons that are still under investigation, there's quite a few clips of me actually unboxing and installing stuff in this video that have just been lost. They were corrupted by the SD card on the camera that I was using. And so yeah, I just lost a bunch of footage, sadly. This is just something that happens when you, I guess, don't have a lot of experience recording and you don't review your footage right after you record it. Lessons learned, and I'll be more careful next time. Okay, I'm really starting to lose my light, so I'm gonna start unboxing this big baby, and let's begin right away. Got a bunch of attachments and extra pieces, and also a cable, so I'm gonna put it aside. What else? Ooh, this is our mat. I'm really happy that the Silhouette Cameo can print so freaking large. It's gonna be pretty amazing. So yeah, let's just put it aside too. Now let's attempt to flip the box. Okay, well, turns out that I lied. I didn't have enough time to finish unboxing my Cameo yesterday because I just ran out of light. So I'm gonna attempt it again today, and it is much earlier this time, so I don't think I'm gonna run out of time. Let's finish this so we can move on to other cool things. I'm gonna try to make you guys listen to this because it's really satisfying. Okay, that's enough ASMR for now. Alright, so let's do our very first test. This is going to be a very basic cut. I done goofed. I forgot to lower the roll, and it's just, you can't really see it, but it's cut all crooked. So let's try again. This is not okay. This is weird. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I'll try to figure it out. Maybe it needs to like come out in the back and it was just like hitting the wall. So I'm gonna try the setup as is and see. I guess the strawberry came out okay, but just everything else went wrong. Okay, third time's the charm. Let's try again, and this time I'll try not to make another major mistake. Oh my god, there was a leftover tape at the back of the machine! It kept the paper from coming out! Damn it! Okay, I guess 4 times the charm? Okay, let's try again. Crossing my fingers, this is gonna work this time. I think it's working. Ooh, my first working sheet. Okay, so when you have a bunch of designs on the same sheet, you can't really peel it perfectly because it's just gonna rip the paper. But yeah, it's really good actually. It's a really great cut. I knew it was going to be a difficult one to cut, but it didn't break. It's perfect. I also did a coffee one. This one is a pretty easy shape to do. It cut pretty much perfectly. Of course, I'm gonna have to find a more efficient way of unstucking the cardboard, or in my case, the stickers and whatever I'm cutting from the mat, because right now it is very, very sticky. And it's kind of warping everything that you're cutting it on, so a little strawberry with tiny holes in it. And it cut perfectly, and this one is not even bent. It's perfect. So I chose also this design because I wanted to see like if the elements are super small, is it gonna stick too much to the mat? Are they gonna get destroyed in the process because it's too small? And also because the stars are super sharp, I wanted to see how accurate it could do like really sharp angles. This is perfect. I really have nothing else to say about this. So that was the first step, just cutting a shape from like the generic library of the Cameo store. Everything went pretty well, so I tried the next obvious thing, which was to just try to cut a few stickers. Let me show you a few of the tests that I did. This was one of my first test prints. Yeah, it was quite a few ways off. I tried a few things. I went on YouTube, of course. I watched a bunch of videos, and you're not gonna believe me what I had to do. But so this is one of my sheets that worked. I'm not sure if you can see this, but basically I had to put a piece of clear tape on my registration mark for the Cameo to detect it. It was one of the most recommended fixes. All that to say, it did work. Like, it did actually work. This is what I started with, as you can see. Very off. Then we had these. They were also quite off. And once I started using the tape advice, I ended up with this. So as you can see, the cut is nearly perfect. This was a really good design to test if the outline was going to be good. And honestly, aside from the fact that the cut was not made deep enough, like they were a bit tricky to take out, like you can especially see like with this little mushroom, like you can see that there's some rough edges. But all in all, I mean, it did do a very pretty outline. I'm pretty happy with this. This is really good. So now I'm gonna show you my last test, because I did one last test with the right settings, and I also used somebody's settings. This lovely person shared their silhouette and cry cut settings, as a reference. It worked quite well, but the blade depth of 10 is too much for my mat. It definitely scratched the mat a bit too deep. Force 28, I also lowered this. I used these exact settings for the test that I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so after all my tests, this is what I came up with. This is what we got. Just look, how clean is that outline? Honestly, I am so happy with this. One of the issues I thought I was gonna have is that the outline was just gonna look wrong, but this is perfect. I really have nothing else to say. But yeah, if I do start to peel the stickers, you're gonna be able to see that the blade depth of 10 was too much. Luckily for me, it did not go through the entire mat because it would have ruined it, but it did cut too deep, like it left a pretty big mark. So I'm gonna test some settings, and I do recommend that everyone who do get a Cameo, if you want to use other people's settings as reference, I think it's a totally fine thing to do, but definitely do not take it for granted that it's gonna work perfectly for you just as is. Everybody is gonna be a little bit different, so take that into consideration. Pretty cute. Wait, okay. The spatula is really OP actually. I'm so excited. Yeah, it came out amazing and also not bent at all. It damaged the top a little bit and it is a bit bent. So I think the spatula is going to be the MVP here. Ooh. It's really perfect. So yeah, let's go finish the others. I can't believe that I used to cut these very exact stickers by hand, each and every one of them. This is so much faster. Like it doesn't even compare. I'm really happy with this, honestly. They look really good. If it wasn't for the colors that are a bit off, it is honestly so freaking good. Okay, so truth be told, I did do more experiments with my Cameo the next day, this time with some sticker sheets that I quickly designed for the occasion. But this video has been going on long enough, and besides, I really would like to push my sticker sheet experiments further with brand new designs in the future, and probably dedicate a whole vlog segment to that, so let's keep it at that for now, and conclude this very first studio vlog entry in the series with a nice long look at my final room setup. I'm super happy with the progress I've done in this room, but it is far from over, of course. The decor still needs some spicing up, but all that will happen in due time. Also, I feel like I've teased a lot of things in the first half of this video, yet I only had time to really focus on testing my new Cameo, but worry not. Candle making, t-shirts, all that good stuff will be part of a future studio vlog. We'll get there, but right now we just have a little more catching up to do in order to get back to the present. So let's have fun living in the past for a little while, said no one ever. But yeah, until then, I will see you in the next chapter. So take care, sweet nightmares, and au revoir.